Now gather round, round. I'm the new fool in town. I'm the new fool in town. I'm the new fool in town. And my sound's laid down by the underground. The underground, the underground, the underground, the underground, the underground, the underground.
Hey Wildcats, I'm Tessa Gordon here with another edition of the Wildcat Underground. During this show, we are going to show you what to do about sexual offenders in Licking County, why people take supplements, and I'm going to give you some history about St. Patrick's Day. But first, we are going to take you to David Caro, who has the scoop about cell phones at NHS. David?
Thanks, guys. I'm David Caro here on campus, and in this very agenda, it prohibits the use of what seems like everyone has, cell phones. I've talked to a few students, administrators, and teachers on their thoughts about this rule. Since the 2003-2004 school year, the use of cell phones have been prohibited during school hours.
Basically, the Board of Education policy is that we don't have cell phones on campus. So the way we interpret that at the high school is that we don't allow students to have, we're not to see any cell phones from 8 to 3:30 or 3:20 actually. It doesn't bother us if there are cell phones after school, and we understand that kids and students are expected to have those. They have athletic events or extracurriculars or musical rehearsal. Parents expect them to have their phones on them. So we look at no cell phones from 8 to 3:20.
The cell phone rule is that students are not permitted to use their cell phone during the school day. I think that it's a good rule for them not to use it in class, but I wouldn't have a problem with the students using it maybe between classes or at lunchtime.
Normally the procedure, if it's the first time with a cell phone, we'll normally just take it till the end of the school day. We have no desire to hold on to anyone's cell phone forever or do those sort of things. If it becomes a repeat problem, then that's when we start looking at, calling a parent, or you have to serve a detention to get it back and those sort of things.
Although the rule is still in place, many students disagree and disobey by bringing their cell phone to school. They believe that the rule should be changed.
My feel on it is it's like the hat policy. You can wear it in the hallways, but you have to take it off when you get into the classrooms. I believe that we should be able to have our cell phones on campus, but once we get into the classroom, turn them off.
I agree with whatever the Board of Education says. As of right now, the Board of Education states that we are not to have any electronic devices in our classrooms between the hours of 8 and 3:20.
The Board of Education, who are essentially my bosses, set the policy, and that's what it's my job. They hire me to follow that policy. So it would kind of be up to some other folks whether they look at reinvestigating the cell phone rule.
I can see why a student would want their cell phone during the day. Maybe their parents want to get a hold of them. So I think they could use it in between classes, but I do not think they should be able to use it during class, because then they would just sit and text message or call each other, and that would be distracting.
Cell phones such as the Migo, directed toward the younger age group, it seems that cell phones have been an important part of everyday life. But are they necessary?
We should have our cell phones, but we should carry them with us, because if there's an emergency, then we can call.
I think a cell phone has increasingly become a part of our society and our day of life, our way of life. I know that I have one. If I'm meeting my friends, I just call them when I'm on my way. You could argue, I suppose, whether that's a necessity or not. I don't know if it's a necessity for me. I'm not sure it's a necessity for a kid, but it's certainly become a part of life that a lot of students are used to.
So hopefully you got a little bit more information about the cell phones, and you take this and obey it by putting this away. I'm David Caro. Back to you guys.
That was beautiful.
Thanks, David. As you all know, St. Patrick's Day is coming up, and I have some interesting facts about it that I thought you just couldn't live without. Young boy Patrick was born in Scotland in the late 4th century and was later known as St. Patrick, a patron saint of Ireland. At 16, he was captured and taken slave in ancient times. He was taken to Ireland, where he herded sheep for 6 years. One night, he escaped to what is now France, where he became very religious. He decided it was his purpose to go back to Ireland and convert the Celts of Ireland into Catholics. At that time, they were pagans and didn't believe in God and his teachings. Patrick used the shamrock to teach the Irish people about Christianity. Eventually, Patrick won over the Irish people and is credited with converting this country to Christianity. While I find more about St. Patrick, we are going to take it to Anna with a look at why people use supplements. Anna?
Thanks, Tessa. I'm here in the NHS weight room where students work out every day to get strong and healthy. For some athletes, though, lifting weights is not enough. Every year, more and more students turn to supplements to help themselves get stronger. So I talked to some people around NHS to find out what's the deal with this new craze. First, I went to head athletic trainer Mark Doty to find out exactly what supplements are.
Supplements are any kind of substance taken in addition to the normal diet to try and enhance performance at any level, whether it be strength, speed, stamina, any of those parameters.
With this in mind, I asked students in NHS weightlifting classes what type of supplements they were taking.
I take Gakic, I take Naukic, and I also take multivitamins and protein. Anavol and Aminovol and Nitro T3 and whey protein.
NO2, CE2, and protein powder. Celtec, protein bars, and CE2, Thermocut, and NO2, and amino acids.
Protein, and then I have taken Nitrotech, which is protein, but it's like a creatine supplement too, just to help you get bigger and stuff.
As you can see, supplements are very popular among many of the student athletes at Newark High. But are the coaches and trainers in favor of their players using supplements?
I would not advise them, no. What I tell the athletes is just to make sure you do your research on it, know the pros and cons of them, and then it's up to them. It's their choice.
I'm a big naturalist guy. I think, to use a cliche, that hard work works. And, today's society, everyone looks for a shortcut. We're always looking for a quick way to lose weight or anything. Other than athletes are the same way. They're always looking for the quick out. Instead of working hard over a long period of time, they think if someone can give them something that's going to make them get stronger or faster, quicker, then they're going to do that because it's easier. They think it's easier.
It's one of those things where everybody's doing it, so if you want to stay, competitive, you really need to do such a thing. It just depends, I guess, what you're looking for and what aspect. Some people, I think, are more developed than others naturally, and they can kind of build on that. Some guys are looking for the quick fix, which, there's really no quick fix.
With all the recent attention in Major League Baseball about steroids, there are varying opinions as to whether supplements should be considered cheating as well.
I don't really feel like they're cheating. I just think in general you have more respect for people who don't take supplements because, if somebody's just as strong as you are and they aren't taking anything, then I don't know, I guess that means they're better.
No, not really. I just, they can take them if they want to, but you can get the same amount of things, just do hard work, and they're just trying to get the results sooner, so.
I know, because I think when you're taking supplements, you still have to work to get stronger and stuff too. It's not just you take it and you don't have to do anything that'll help you get stronger. You still have to lift and stuff too, help you get stronger. So, I'm not really against it at all.
I don't think taking supplements is cheating. Taking steroids would be a different thing because that's, it's illegal to do that. Supplements aren't illegal. It's just you're putting more of what you already naturally have in there, like your NO2s, your creatine, your proteins, your glutamins, amino acids. Your body already has all of that stuff. All you're really doing is giving an excess. So if you're saying you're cheating, you'd have to ask yourself, well, if you're taking if you're taking Gatorade after you're done working out, is that cheating? Because you're replenishing your electrolytes with an artificial means. So I would say it's not cheating. Just when you go beyond, I'd say, the supplement realm and you're taking steroids, that's when I think you draw the line and you're cheating on that.
Well, whether you approve or disapprove of supplements, there's no denying that they're here to stay. For the Wildcat News Network, I'm Anna Deeds, and back to you guys.
Thanks, Anna. Well, I did more research about St. Patrick and found out some more info. One other thing that Patrick is famous for, besides converting the whole country of Ireland to Christianity, is that he is responsible for driving snakes out of Ireland. When he died, people of Ireland decided to make his death day a commemorative holiday to celebrate the life of St. Patrick. St. Patrick's Day has come to be associated with everything Irish. Anything green, shamrocks, luck, and leprechauns. It is celebrated on March 17th because that is the day he died. Now let's take it to Josh with a look at what to do when it comes to sexual offenders in Licking County. Josh?
Licking County. It's known for a lot of things they're extremely proud of. It's known for the Longaberger Basket Company, the Indian Mounds at Mound Builders Park and Mound Builders Country Club, and it's also known as the home to the Babe Ruth World Series. But Licking County is also home to many sexual predators. In the last several weeks, there have been many complaints of children being approached by people who possibly could be sex offenders.
It would depend on the sex offender himself. It can either be a juvenile, it can be a small child, it could be another person of the same sex, opposite sex. It really depends on the person themselves.
Popular places where sexual predators may go are parks, playgrounds, and even in this weird case, the Unison Bank in Granville, where last month a little girl was approached by a strange man in his car.
They should immediately go to the police department or have a police officer sent to their home, file a report, and give a description the best that they can to the officer. Now, they should obviously try to get away from them. If it's a kid, go to the nearest house that they feel that they can go to and trust an adult there and get help as soon as they can.
Many people may be thinking, what is the city doing about this problem? Well, the city has instituted a new law in which sex offenders cannot live within 1,000 feet of state-owned parks, playgrounds, or anything else the state owns in the city. A couple years ago, where sex offenders cannot live within 1,000 feet of schools, so your children can be safe. So parents, remember to either always go out with your kids or make sure they're in a group. And make sure you talk to them and they are aware of these sexual predators. For the Wildcat Underground, I'm Josh Powers. Back to you, Tessa.
Thanks, Josh. Well, I hope you learned a little something about St. Patrick's Day, and remember to wear green on the 17th or you might get pinched. I'm Tessa Gordon with the Wildcat Underground. See you next time.